Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. So today I have a testing full face of Primark makeup. I've seen a lot of these videos on YouTube, testing full face of makeup or testing full face of Primark makeup, so I thought it would be fun to do my own one. Apologies if I seem a little bit snuffly at points or my nose is a bit red. I either have the start of a cold coming on or my hay fever is playing up. I have tried some Primark makeup before. I did have a favourite mascara from them, but I don't think they sell that one anymore. It was in a pink tube, but unfortunately I couldn't find it when I went back. So I've got a different one to try today, and I will point out anything else that I have tried previously. Some I've really liked, others have been okay, but the majority of this is new to me, so it will be first impressions. So let's get on with the video. But the first thing I have is a PS Pro Illuminating Primer Prep and Perfect. That's what that one looks like. Sorry, I hope the lighting's okay. And it is designed for normal to combination skin. I do have dry skin, but this was the only one I could find, so hopefully this will work out good. I will just say I really like the packaging for all of this stuff. I think it looks really sleek and quite nice. So here's this one here. It has a safety seal on. I did notice with all of these products, I really liked how they were all wrapped up. They were quite secure. I've taken off most of the wrapping for them just for ease of getting into them today. So that was one thing I just wanted to point out. That safety seal is a tiny bit hard to get off. So it's quite liquidy. Sorry, I've got my mirror to the side here. We won't really be able to see until I've done the wear test. The wear test I'm actually going to upload on my blog this Thursday at 6 PM. I didn't want to make this video too long. Plus I also wanted to wear some of the nail varnish, so we shall see how the primer holds up in that wear test. So there's that one. I think that's okay. So the next we have the foundation, PS Pro Long Wear Mineralized Foundation in 00 Porcelain. That was the lightest shade, and I thought it looked quite a good colour match. I did do a little swatch and it seemed okay. It seemed to blend in quite nicely, so fingers crossed. I also have this PS Pro brush I bought a while back, and I did really like this when I used it. I have washed it several times since then, and some of the hairs, I don't know if you can see, are starting to come out a little bit. So I'm hoping that's not going to affect it. Hopefully it's still good. So I like the fact it has a pump as well. That's really good. A little bit of time to pump out, but most foundations do when they're new. Good, too much and it comes squirting out of it. There we go, and it's not too liquidy.
Actually, I might put too much on my hand actually. It smells quite nice.
I think the brush still seems okay. I don't want to jinx it. A tiny little bit streaky. I think I did jinx it. And like I said, I'm not sure, but it's just because I've washed it several times now and the hairs are starting to come a bit loose. It seems to look lighter on the camera actually. Maybe that's just my lighting. So I think that's done a pretty good job. Just going to go over a little bit with my Makeup Revolution sponge. I would need any more than that. I think I might put a little bit over this spot and a little bit up here where it's a bit red, just to see if I can build it up a little bit. I think that's done okay. Okay, so I think that's done well, at least in my mirror. It's fairly natural, I think, which looks nice. The next thing I have is the PS Concealer. There's that one, and that's in the lighter shade, which is Ivory. This one I wasn't sure about getting because I thought it looked a tiny bit dark, but it was 90p, so I thought I will give it a go. I'm just saying, I think this is thicker than I thought it would be. I think the coverage is okay. I normally like a little bit more. I'll just see if I can. It feels a little bit sticky actually, a tiny bit. Not like sticky, but just, you know, a little. There we go, that's what that one looks like. I think it's okay. It's not my favourite concealer, but I don't hate it. I would use it again. And for 90p, I don't think you can really go wrong. I don't think it's emphasised my dry patches, so Not that I can see, so that's good. So that is what the base is looking like so far. The next product is a one that I have had for a while and I do use pretty much on a daily basis, and that is the PS Mattifying Pressed Powder in Porcelain. As you can see, the lid's broken off, but it's alright. So that's that one. I didn't really use powders as much before I had this one, just because I didn't want to emphasise the dryness on my skin. But actually, I do quite like this one. I don't think it emphasises the dryness. I think it makes my skin look quite matte and just quite nice. So I quite like this one. So I'm going to take my Makeup Revolution brush to use that one. The next thing I have is an eyebrow brush. This is the brow pencil in dark. I typically prefer like a powder kit with the wax and the powder, like the Benefit Browsing or the NYX brow kit. Unfortunately, the end broke off with the little spoolie, so I can't use that because there's a lid on it that I cannot get off. But that's okay, we will work with what we have, which is the brow pencil. Fingers crossed. Oh, this is going to be messy, I know it. I feel like brow pencils take a little bit of getting used to. I quite liked my Soap and Glory Archery one, but it did take some getting used to. This is a bit of a mess. I might have to, I think it's a bit too dark as well. I'm just going to use my Makeup Revolution brush to just try and even out a little bit. Yeah, it's a bit too dark. This bit is alright, but doing the front bit's a little bit hard. Yes, I'm not a huge fan of that. I'll do the other brow and then I'll be back. Okay, I've tried to sort them out a bit with the brush as well, my Real Techniques brush. They've kind of ended up quite a bit thicker than I would normally go for also, so I'm not a huge fan of this one. I probably should have got a lighter shade. Setting aside that though, I did think that it blended okay. I did, like you saw, I've used my brush as well to blend it out a bit. But sorry, my card got full, so I just had to transfer all of the videos to my laptop. So it's fine, we're back again. I don't know where it cut off, so I will just give my final thoughts on the brow pencil. The more I've been looking at it in the mirror, I don't think it's quite as bad as I originally thought when I first put it on. I still think it's a smidgen too dark and a bit too thick than I would want. But I do think if I was to mix it in with one of my normal kits, such as the Benefit Browsing or the NYX one, and mix that in, I think it would be a bit better. Next thing we have here is the eyeliner pen, PS Fine Liner Pen Precision Tip for Perfect Flick. So I like to do my flicks, so we shall see. Oh, it's kind of, the line is not so precise there, so I'm just gonna do that again. That's probably about as good as I can do with that one. I don't mind this one, I think it's alright. I do wish this part was a little less flimsy though, because that's where I made the mistake there, because it's a bit more flimsy. I wish it was a little bit more stiff. But apart from that, I did really like that. I think the real test will be the wear test for that. So I did like that one, just wish it was a little bit more stiff at the point. So the next one we have is a new mascara, PS False Lash Effect Extreme Length is this one. So here's what the wand looks like. Let's give it a go. Oh, I can like hear it going onto my lashes. It's a bit, I can hear it scraping onto my lashes. Oh, I don't like that noise. I think that's alright. It's kind of gone onto my lid a little bit above my eyeliner, but I will fix that in a bit. Yeah, it's kind of going under. It's okay, we shall fix it. Well, there's that. Just gonna go and get a cotton bud and fix that. So I tried to fix it up a bit. Lashes here, no lashes here. I think it's okay. I don't like it as much as I liked the one I had before, but I think it's okay. We're gonna try and do another coat. I don't know how many coats I did there, I just kept I kept going. So I like how separated they are. They're not clumping together. Not too much anyway. Oh, a little. That's definitely longer. It started to clump a little together here, which is a shame, but they're definitely longer there. Yeah, and it's kind of gone up here a little. Not too much, but just a little. I am not a fan of these for the lower lashes. I'm not a fan of these for the lower... I'm not a fan of these for the lower lashes. It's kind of gone under a bit. Okay, so that's mascara done. I've cleaned up a bit where it's gone under. I think it's okay. It's not my favourite mascara. Like I said, I did prefer the other Primark one I had before, but I will use this again. One thing I'll say as well is this brush, when I was using it, it did, can you hear that? Kind of shakes a bit. It feels a little bit flimsy. I feel like you can build up, the length can be built up. Yeah, I think this one is okay. And I would use it again. But it is not my absolute favourite. So there's that one. The next thing we have is the PS Intense False Eyelashes. I'm really bad at putting on lashes, like really bad. I got some from them previously and I couldn't even put them on, and I just got annoyed, so I just didn't use them. So I'm going to do this off camera and I'm going to give this a go. Got the lashes on. I'm probably not going to include these in the wear test because this one, you don't know if you can see that in a bit, just keeps coming off. So I'll probably take these off before I do the wear test, but I just wanted to show you what they looked like. I think this eye turned out alright actually. This one did until that inner part started coming off. Really annoyingly. To put aside my poor eyelash adhering skills, and I do think they look really pretty. They look really quite natural actually, quite wispy. So I do really like them, and I think for £1 they are really good. It's just I can't apply false lashes. So there are those. I'm probably just going to take them off for the rest of the video because that is literally coming off and it'll probably annoy you guys as much as it's annoying me right now. So I've just applied a little bit more liner and a little bit more mascara. The mascara is a little bit more difficult because it's completely dried up and it's made it go a little bit clumpy, but hey ho. Right, let's move on. The next thing is the PS Sculpt and Blush Kit Bronze Glow Blush. And as you can see, that was originally £4 and I got it for £2. There's the packaging. And here is what this one looks like. And then, again, I like the little seal. And here we go. So you've got a nice mirror there. And then these lovely shades. What I did think when I saw this is how much it looked like my sleek one I own. So I will just show you that. Cover the mirror. See, they look quite similar. There's a sleek one, there's the PS one. I thought they looked quite similar, so there's them. I think the sleek one is £9.99 and this one obviously retails originally for £4. So, let's start. So, I am not very good at contouring, but I'm going to give it a go. So we'll take this shade first with my e.l.f. contouring brush. Looks like it would be a good shade. I don't think this side is turning out as good as the other side. That's the best I'm going to get with that. And then I will just, with the same brush, I'll just bronze up a little bit. I don't know if this brush is the best for bronzing, to be honest, but I rarely use my brushes for what they are intended for. I just kind of mix and match as I feel. No, I think actually that's turned out okay. I think that's turned out alright. I like that. Blended out nicely. Cool. We'll move on to the blush. Oh. Yeah, then we'll move on to the blush. They actually have names. That bronzer / contour, whatever, was Saint Tropez Bronze, and then the blush will be Flamingo Pink. I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution brush for that. I alternate between this brush and a Zoeva brush, but I thought today I'm feeling this one. Ooh, wow, that's pigmented. It just really reminds me of the sleek blushes actually. They're also very pigmented, which is awesome. They're kind of like it's pink and then it's got kind of like a gold like tone to it in flecks, that's the word. Kind of gold flecks there. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. I'm just going to take my powder brush and just kind of brush it out a little bit more because I don't want it quite that pigmented. Okay, so that is that. That is cool. So then we've got the highlighter, and that is Sunset Glow, I'm going to take my Eco Tools brush for that one. Ooh, wow, it's pigmented. Oh! Okay. I like that. Just see if I can build up a tiny bit more maybe, because I like my highlight. Powder is literally going everywhere though. Whew, a lot of kickback there. And I feel like it's a good shade for me also. So that is good. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. It definitely reminds me very much of the Sleek kit. The last thing we've got to try, well, on my face wise, is the Get Lippy Matte Collection. And I was really excited to try this one. I thought this looked really cool. And this shade is Girls World. When I swatched them on the back of my hand, I don't think the lip liner and this was identical, but we shall see. And there's what that one looks like. I quite like that. I think that looks quite nice. One thing I've got to do before the camera cut off, I was gonna pop some of this primer on as a liquid highlight so it could be used as a illuminating highlighter. So I wasn't sure whether to put it under the powder. I think normally cream highlights are put under the powder, but I really wanted to try this kit first and get the full whammy of that. So I'll put this on over and hopefully it's alright. If not, we'll soon find out. I don't think that's done too much, but to be fair, it is a primer, so there we go. There's that one. I think it's just given a tiny bit more of a glow, which is what it was designed for. So there is the full face. There you go. So there is the full face, guys. Let's just go over everything and just give my final thoughts. I would say I like the foundation. I think that's given a nice finish, quite a natural coverage. I think I like that. That's nice. What else? I'm liking the lip product so far. I think that's doing all right. Obviously the real test is the wear test for that one. Obviously I like the powder. I had that previously. And the sculpt kit, I really enjoy that. Also, the brows, now I'm looking at them with the full face on, I don't think they look as bad actually. I mean, they're still thicker than I want, but I think the colour actually matches my roots. Not too bad, so that's okay. The concealer, not my favourite. For 90p, you know, it's fine. It's fine. It gave a little bit of coverage. I don't hate that. I didn't emphasise any dry patches, so that's good. What else? The primer, okay. Again, it's going to be with the wear test. We're going to try that one out. The eyeliner I think is fine. I just wish it wasn't as flimsy. And the mascara is not my absolute favourite. I mean, it's coming down a little bit. Flecks are coming down here a little bit. Now, one thing I did like with it is when you pull it out, the what's it called, the stopper in there is quite good, so you don't get too much product out. But it's not my favourite. I think that's everything. Well, the brush again, I tried before, that was fine. I like that. And the lashes, I am not good at lashes, but they are pretty lashes. Put a little bit more of this in there because I think my natural lip is coming through a bit in the inside. So the last thing we have here to try is some Primark nail polish. I think that's the only one with a name on. That's Vintage Rose, and that's the one we're going to go for today. As you can see, these two are 90p. These are just the normal ones, and then the satin matte finish one is 150. Excuse the table, I just had all the makeup products on there, so that's why it's a little bit like that. Without a base or a top coat, mainly because I've lost the top coat and I've just forgotten to put the base coat on. Hopefully the video wasn't too rambly. I'm sorry for the start stops because the SD card kept filling up, but hopefully this will end up alright, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So the wear test is going to be on my blog, and that will be going up Thursday at 6 PM. Everything. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye guys.